going on, guys? Cody here with CJ Build. Thanks for tuning into the channel once again. And today I'm basically going to be going through the Altezza front to back, showing you what it has done. First thing you're going to notice when you look at the front of the car, big old intercooler. That is a Treadstone TR6 intercooler. It is rated for about 400 horsepower in that tiny little package. But on the front of one of these ISs / Altezzas, it looks huge. Not huge like drag car huge, but looks really good. I know some of you are thinking, but what front bumper is going to go on it? I'm actually in the process of test fitting the bumper that was originally on it. It is a stock front bumper for the Altezza with the TRD front lip. It's chilling down here. I have some more cutting to do because with this intercooler, the piping's hitting the bumper a bit. So we have a little bit more modification to do, but this is the bumper here. For those of you who weren't on the channel before, and the grill that's going to be going on it is the IS300 grill that was on it previously. Hoping to have those two test fitted on the car soon, because as much as the intercooler front looks sweet, this car's going to need a bumper, especially to sell. Now, I don't want to sell it without a bumper, just throw the bumper in the back seat. I would want it to be fitted onto the car and looking all nice. And for blow-up valve, we have a tile blow-up valve. It's the tile QR. It's meant for recirculation, but I'm not recirculating that. That's venting to the atmosphere. And if we take a look at the wheels, these are 5 zigging or G zigging, however you want to call it. 5 ZRs. They're bronze. They are 17 inches. The tires are 215 45 17, I believe. Have spacers for the back that I took off the car. When I got the car, I had spacers in the back, so that way it didn't have that big old gap of the gap. Whoever buys the car, I'll offer them the spacers, see if they want to put it on, but probably more likely not, they're going to change the wheels on it. Well, while we're looking at the exterior and we're on the side, it also has the Trd Side Skirts. Ooh, yeah, that's the Trd Side Skirts. Of course, the Altezza fenders, because we have the full Altezza conversion, if you know what I'm saying. Let's pop the hood. Let's get to the good stuff, because I know that's what most people are waiting for. Yeah. Under the hood, we have the 3SGE beams with a big snally boy, giving us some chip sounds. Here we have a AX53 B60. It's ball bearing by Apexi, and it has an internal wastegate. Right now I have it on 6 psi, as low as it can go while we're doing the braking cycle. We have an Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator over here. I have a cash can here, the graded cash can, but I don't have it hooked up right now. Internals wise, we put King's bearings in the car. We put a Cometic head gasket, 3.67 millimeter, which I know is super thick. It's literally just so we'd be able to clear the valve reliefs on the pistons, because I'm using MR2 pistons. And if you guys know that the 3SGT pistons, they're a bit shallower than they're a lot more shallow than the ones that came on the beams originally. And the reason I went through all that trouble is because everywhere I looked for internals for these cars, they were, once you stepped from stock to aftermarket, you're looking at well over $1,000, maybe even $2,000 after finishing up the build. So a lot of people are asking me if there's a cheaper alternative, so I went ahead, bit the bullet, and tried to see how this would run for a cheap alternative. And those MR2 internals are rated to about 400 wheel horsepower. So that's the reason why I went through all that trouble with shaving the valve release. If you want to check out how all that happened in the build series I have for this car, I have basically the whole installation of it. What else do we switch out? I put new gaskets on everything. I got a gasket kit from the Altezza shop. Shout out to them, they hooked up this car huge so many times. But I had put a new gasket kit throughout the entire motor. Made sure all the seals and gaskets were all brand new. I had the injectors cleaned. I had my dad take it to one of his friends to have the injectors cleaned out. So now they're spraying absolutely beautiful. And of course, since we were already down there, we put Arp Head Studs. And I had heard from quite a bit of sources that they weren't going to work on this car. I was able to get them in. The only thing I did have to do was run down to Harbor Freight and get a thin 8-point socket, because or else it would not fit between the head. We put new piston rings, put new bearings from King's Racing, the head gasket, Arp Head Studs, of course the internals, the MR2 SW20 3rd gen pistons and rods, OEM crank, just did the bearings on the crank. That's really about it. The turbo has no shaft play, has brand new valve stem seals, and yeah guys, that's about it for the motor. The rest is just exhaust work, and I'll show you the exhaust once we get back to the back of the car. If you guys have any questions or feel like I might have missed something or have any concerns with the motor, let me know. And I'll answer you. You can hit me up on Instagram, cj.built. I'll be putting it on the bottom across parts of the video. And let's close the hood and let's check out the interior and other parts of the car. Alright guys, now for the interior. So, it's right-hand drive converted. The seats are a bit dirty. I'm trying to find a fabric cleaner to be able to clean them up properly, because they are a little bit ashy and I would want them to be that JDM look. I have the Altezza floor mats, which then again are a bit worn down, but they're still cool to have. It has 3 pedals because manual, gang. It does have the J160 6-speed, so it's not a 5-speed. It's going to be the 6-speed from the Altezza. Aftermarket radio, has some cool guy JDM gauges. It has AFR and has boost. I was going to put another one there since the previous owner had made that custom gauge pod, but never put another gauge in the car. So for mileage, this car has, oh wait, let me get the Yavis. Oh, we have a Toyota key as well. Oh, awesome. $125K, so I believe that's around 80,000 miles. Not 100% sure. This chassis, before it was converted, I'm not 100% sure how much miles it had. The motor is brand new. The motor has, I don't even think it has 300 miles. This is updated a couple times. Right now, on the last trip, since I reset the battery, it has 170K on it. And I drove it a bit before, so I'm estimating maybe like 250K on the motor right now. So, let's show you the back seats. Back seats are chillin'. Have the Altezza floor mats back here too. Yeah, that's pretty much the interior. If you guys want to see more or have any specific questions, let me know and I can answer. And for those of you that don't know the details, it is a front clip. So from about here forward, it's an Altezza. From about here back, it is an IS300. So you're gonna see Lexus on the rear windows and stuff, and Toyota on the front ones, because conversion, gang. Roof spoiler. We have the Altezza tall wing in the back. Probably my favorite wing on the Altezzas. It's big enough to where it's like wow, but not big enough to where it looks dumb. Like, I like it. It's pretty much a little bit taller than the banana one. No, it's a bit taller than the banana one, but I like that style wing on these cars, as you can tell. So really dig the tall wing on these cars. Has the IS300 Sport Design taillights, so they're the ones that are a little bit darker on the inside. I would compare it to the banana, but the banana I have them painted because they weren't Sport Design ones. It has a rear camera as well, for those of you who care about that. It has a Canon HKS high power. It is a big boy. The exhaust is basically from the turbo back. It's a straight pipe to the HKS high power. So there's no resonators or anything like that. I do feel like for it to have to eliminate the rasp, it will need a resonator. I just haven't done it, because when you're in higher RPM and you let off, it does have a bit of rasp. But God, the tone on this car is so good. So I haven't really touched the exhaust at all on that. Actually, there's something I forgot to show you guys. We have mirrors that open, for those of you who like those kind of little like JDM specs. Probably one of my favorite parts of the car. I love doing that crap. Pull up to a car meeting, just open and close them. That's what's up. When you pop the trunk, don't look over there. Those are my mom's Christmas presents. So over here we have an Apexi Power FC that I'm going to be selling with the car. Whoever buys the car, I'm going to give them the ECU as well. This is the ECU I was going to tune the car on. It is the standalone from Apexi, or Apex I, straight from Japan. Right here. It is for the Altezza turbo application. Look at that beauty. The handheld is already actually in the car, hooked up. And I'll also throw in this HKS turbo timer, unless anyone wants to buy it. I got that from Hector a while back and never put it on the car. You get some bubble wrap too, if anyone likes bubble wrap. And they don't even pop. Whack. What kind of bubble wrap doesn't pop? Well, for suspension, we're on Megan coilovers. They are not maxed out right now. I raised the front a bit when I got it because it was way too damn low. But I am on Megan coils. The most awkward thing in the world is when you film a whole outro and you never press record. So yeah guys, this is my Altezza RS200 converted IS300. Car isn't perfect. If you have any questions, any concerns, any part of the car you feel like I missed or you want to see in more detail, hit me up down below or message me on Instagram, cj.built. I was a little slow in replying throughout the school semester, but now I'm done with my semester, so I'll definitely be more alive and alert on Instagram. Probably be doing some more posts as well. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for staying with the channel, even though I've been a little ghost at some times. This is my car. It might be one of you guys' car. Thank you for watching. See you next week.